I try to stand in a way where there's space to move without having to touch anybody.
You just like suck in.
Yeah.
Get really thin.
Turn to the side or something.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Simasen, or just this episode. What's up? We're the hosts. My name's MJ.
My name is Adam.
And today, everyone, we're going to be talking about stress on the train.
Oh, I just want to get off right now.
What's up, everyone? Hopefully you're having a beautiful Monday today. It's going to be a good week. Yeah, it is, because in your mind, you say it's going to be a good week. And you know what? It is going to be a good week. Positive thinking can take you places. You know what else can take you places? Trains. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But before that, hey, if you like what you're hearing, you can hit that like button. Don't forget to also subscribe to our channel. If you want to listen to real native English speaking conversations, just giving our 2 cents about Japan and the life that we've been living here over the past 10 years, come hang out, check it out. Today, this is a Monday episode, so some people are dreading their Mondays. Why are you dreading Mondays? Because that's when you got to go back to work. And then what's something that people don't really like? I don't think anybody enjoys going to work and coming back from work. What's that called?
Commuting?
Yeah, commuting. That's right. That commute. Going through rush hour, it is a living hell.
Yes.
For most people. No matter what form of transportation you're taking, it is not fun. So, you know, me and Adam have been in Japan for a long time, and we've had our fair share of maybe stories we have of us on the trains during commutes. And then a lot of things can happen. And I think a lot of people will be able to relate to some of our stories. So, Adam, let's start off with you, because everyone, before we recorded this, Adam was telling me of something that happened to him this past week. So let's release this stress, Adam. Let's talk about it.
Let me vent. On my way home from work on a Friday evening, I'm standing waiting for everyone to get off the train, as I usually stand and wait for people to get off the train. On the platform, the train had just arrived, and I didn't want to rush through people, a sea of people, because it is Tokyo's rush hour, not like Sayama City's rush hour where there's barely any people getting off the train. I don't like bumping into people when I'm moving along the street, and I don't like squeezing through tiny spaces, and I feel like it's not polite to do that. But a lot of the times I encounter people who don't mind, and to each his own, you know. But in this particular case, someone came from behind me. They kind of bumped me, and they were very walking quickly to jump on the train, which wasn't going anywhere for another 3 or 4 minutes because it had just arrived. People are getting out of the train. So I'm here waiting for everyone to just an opening so I can go around the corner and go inside the train. And then I feel someone bump me. They, hurriedly get on the train, walk through the crowds of people coming out of the train and jump on the train. And as I'm going into the train and walking along the train to go to the other car, I see this person just glaring at me. And glaring is like a stare, but like an angry stare.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you angry at me for, lady? In my mind. I didn't say this out loud, but this is where things get frustrating, because I felt like I didn't do anything wrong. I felt like I was kind of disrespected by somebody pushing me or bumping me out of the way. And then I felt even more disrespected by having that person stare at me like I was the person who did something wrong. And I feel that happens very frequently, where someone would bump you or push you out of the way if you're, you could just be standing there. You could just be doing something, you are concentrating on something, as you might get pushed out of the way. And the person looks at you like you're in the way, get out of the way, don't stand there. You're doing something bad. And that's one of the things that I get really frustrated, angry about. In my mind.
Yeah.
Since this episode, this topic is about how we get over those frustrations.
Right.
A lot of the times, recently especially, I've been thinking, well, maybe that person has somewhere to be right now, and they're frustrated too. Or maybe bumping me is how they get rid of their frustration. So, hey, bump away. But the biggest thing that I do is I try to zone out on the train a lot of the times by listening to music. And luckily, I have a smartphone, so I can watch YouTube a lot. I can, listen to music again or
right.
a movie or something. And that's how I usually escape my frustration.
Right. You can take yourself out of that stressful atmosphere. Yeah. So now, do you know for a fact that this is the same person that was bumping you?
Yes, I know for a fact.
Okay, so this person was bumping you. You're like, all right, that's kind of annoying.
I was like, wow, that person bumped me.
Like obvious bump, or it's like, oh, like sorry about that kind of. Because there's the two differences. And when it's an accident, genuine accident, and when someone's like kind of pushing you, and especially in that scenario that you were in, you can assume that it was like kind of like pushing you because they want to get on the train, because that's when people start pushing.
But it wasn't. And I say this because I try to stand in a way where there's space to move without having to touch anybody.
You're just like suck in. Get really thin.
Turn to the side or something. I was standing next to a wall and there was a kind of bar in front of me. So there's no way to cut across me and there's no way to go around the other way because there's a wall in front of me. The only way to go is behind me. The way it happened was you get the kind of not a like I'm trying to get past bump, but a push bump. Like I'm gonna bump you.
Like telling you to go, almost.
Like telling you to move out of the way kind of bump. But it wasn't a hard aggressive one. It was like to let me know that person wanted me to move somewhere.
Yes. And instead of using words, we know within Tokyo, a lot of people just like to be in their own space and kind of not want to bother people by asking things or like bringing up a conversation. So, which is really strange.
Yeah.
Because here in that case, I would prefer for someone to be like, can you go, please?
Right.
That if the person's going to be rude enough to push you and then give you a dirty look after, you might as well say to your face, like, yo, move.
Yeah. Get out of the way. You're in the way.
Get on. Do you know if maybe, did you cut her off? You didn't even know it?
No.
From the beginning?
Not at all, because there was nobody behind me when I first arrived at the place where I was standing.
Okay.
And then, I'm waiting. The train arrived. So I got to the top of the stairs. The train arrived. I'm like, okay, people are going to exit the train. It's the last stop for this train, basically.
Oh, okay. So
the train is unloading. It's COVID too. That's the other thing I want to mention. Like, hey, we shouldn't be crowding in the first place. I'm going to limit as much contact with people as possible.
Yeah.
Let me just wait for these people to.
We're in Tokyo. And there was no one else in front of you?
No.
Okay, so you were the first one there, and other people around you were what? Just this one person that bumped you?
Was getting off. Everybody else is getting off the train, and then from behind, boom, and then I would be fine if it was just a bump, but the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, was being stared down as I'm walking.
Not a good way to make friends, but hey, it's a stressful environment.
Yeah.
Always, as anybody knows who is going through that hustle and bustle of a busy commute in the morning or at nighttime, it is never fun. And I think most people who are on that commute have a little bit of stress that they're carrying.
Oh, yeah.
So any little thing, any little speed bump or bump that happens can really change a person's attitude on how they're going to be talking with each other. Because really, like, all that stuff is unnecessary. Any kind of violence or argument that comes out of it is just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, honestly.
Right. So definitely good on you, because I think it can get, depending on people's moods and stuff and their days, it can really get to them. So it's like
she was in a bad mood and she just felt like she had to take it out somewhere. So
who knows? Maybe she just got fired, dude.
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe now it's like a horrible day for her.
Yeah.
And then you were the icing on the cake.
Yeah. But then just this guy, happy-go-lucky Adam, standing at the platform with nothing to do and nowhere to go. He's got time to waste. Standing there waiting for people to move.
Any case, everyone, like the video. Let us know in the comment section what kind of stress have you encountered while on the trains, and how do you cope with them? How do you get out of that stressful situation? Do you relax, or what do you do? Let us know in the comments. Maybe it'll help other people out. Subscribe to the channel. Join the membership if you've been thinking about it. We got some cool perks on there, so check it out.
Yeah. And if you want to get into contact with us, remember we got SNS channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. We spend most of our time on Instagram, so please check that out first.
That's it. We'll see you on the next step.